watching Fiscal TV.
Good afternoon and welcome to Fiscal TV. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Jim Caselli. We have a lot of information to share with you on today's show. John Avila from our Workforce Development Center will be with us to talk about context-sensitive help links, a new service tool to help you find the information you need faster. We also have David Simbel from our Fiscal Service Center who will share some helpful tips for common issues. But before we begin, we have a very special message from our director.
Hello, I'm Fiscal Director Miriam Barcellona Ingenito. I have some exciting news to share with you today. On July 1st, we will be deploying our final functionality of the Fiscal project. Implementation of this final milestone allows the Fiscal system to capture the information required to generate the state's key financial reports, validate the balances, and ensure that the data captured in Fiscal aligns with SCO's legacy systems until their systems are fully retired. With this final release, Fiscal will have the necessary functionality to produce a parallel budgetary legal basis annual report and a parallel annual comprehensive financial report. This final release will not have an immediate impact on you directly. However, this functionality will continue to reduce paper processes and allow the SCO to utilize data recorded in the Fiscal system. The final build of the project may be complete, but we are not done. We look forward to continuing our engagement with you and our partners in events such as Imagine Fiscal, focus groups, and surveys to solicit your feedback on how we can continuously improve upon our systems using innovative technology so Fiscal remains modern, efficient, and evolves to meet your changing needs. You have shown great dedication and resilience throughout this transformation, as you've had to learn how to use a new and completely different financial management system that affected your day-to-day work. You have been a part of this journey and have contributed to its success. You should take great pride because together we have deployed the largest and most dynamic IT and business transformation undertaking in California history. For your contribution, I thank you.
Thank you for sharing that information with us, Miriam. I know everyone here at Fiscal is looking forward to celebrating this final release of functionality. We recently held a town hall that provided more details on the release. If you were not able to attend the town hall, you can find the video on our YouTube channel. Now I'd like to welcome John Avila to the show. John has a demo about context-sensitive help links. I'd also like to let you know that if you have any questions for John, feel free to send them in anytime during the presentation. Welcome, John. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello, might help if I do the microphone, but good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon, Jim. Good to be on your show. I'm here with John Avila with the Workforce Development Center here at Fiscal, and what we are doing now is context-sensitive help links. We're proud to announce that we've gone live with the context-sensitive help links in early June. And what the context-sensitive help links will enable users to do are to go directly to relevant learning objects. Right now, we have them pointed to specific job aids that are relevant to the specific page users are on in PeopleSoft. In the future, we will expand that to other offerings, video, other learning objects as well. So it will help users navigate and do their transactions more easily within PeopleSoft. So this is an initiative that took place because of finding that we had during Imagine Fiscal, during one of our Imagine Fiscal sessions about a year and a half ago. One thing that users were asking constantly was ability to link up to specific content, knowledge base information that will help them in specific transactions right there in PeopleSoft. So we listened, and now we delivered context-sensitive help links. What it does is really reduce the number of steps necessary for users to navigate to a specific job aid, to have them pulled up that's relevant to the specific page that they're on. Currently, we have over 213 job aids that are linked to over 375 pages in PeopleSoft. And as we update job aids and add new job aids, we'll continue to update those pages. Currently, right now, we have them set to primary pages. They're not set to search pages or secondary pages. So when you're in the system, which I'll show you shortly, how to navigate to specific places. This is just a snippet. If you see the PowerPoint right here, previously we had generic help links. If you click on the help link in the upper right-hand corner in PeopleSoft, you would have 4 links to specific sites, to various content. And now, if it is a relevant page that has an associated job aid to it, now you have specific job aids that will be populated right there on the screen. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like here in PeopleSoft. So let me go into procurement contract. So say I'm doing a leverage procurement agreement, or LPA. As I mentioned, if you're in the search page, it won't populate the help links right here. So if I go to help links, or rather the context-sensitive help links, if I hit the help links right here, it'll just still give me the generic help links. And here I can, of course, go to job aids, and it'll direct me to ServiceNow where the job aids live. Then I have to click into the job aids and search for what I need. So we wanted to eliminate that and go directly to the specific job aid that you need for the page you're in. So say if I'm in the primary page, I'm going to just do a lookup for Fiscal. And now I am in a primary page. Or I'm not on primary page yet, I'm still in a search. So if I hit help again, it's only going to go to generic. If I go into a specific transaction, now it will enable me to go to the context-sensitive help links. So these are all relevant that are specific to the topic I was on. Some will have just one, some will have 2 or 3. In this instance, we have multiple specific relevant job aids that are related to this page. And then once you go into it, you can just simply click on it, and it'll take you directly to that job aid. So you don't need to know, where to search for it. If you click on the job aid, you can open it right then and there. And it will open up so you can utilize that right there during your session. And now you have multiple screens. You can have your PeopleSoft instance open and your job aid right there to walk you and step you through the process. So as I mentioned, this is pretty much specific to job aids right now. As we expand the Fiscal Learning Center and make them more concentrated, the learning objects that are inside the Fiscal Learning Center in the future, we foresee doing video that are associated to specific screens, as well as other content that will help guide users to the learning resources necessary for that specific page that they're on. So, if we go in again, say I want to go accounts payable. Let's say I want to look at a supplier, specific contact. Again, if I was in the search screen, it won't allow me to see the context-sensitive help links. But if I go into a specific transaction screen, click on help, Now it will give me the specific help topics that are related to that screen. So that's pretty much the basis of context-sensitive help links. Feel free to utilize the Q&A in your browser to ask any questions that you may have, and we can go ahead and answer them now or follow up with you at a later time for the specific questions. So I see there's one question. One question is, does the capturing of data to automatically capture and create the standard 16? I don't think that's really related to, oh, it's related to the director's message. Okay, so I was going to say that didn't seem relevant for this, but if there's any other questions, I don't see anything coming in yet. Feel free to also send in questions if you don't want to send them here, submit them right now to our Fiscal Learning Center email address. Our Fiscal Learning Center email address is fiscallearningscenter@fiscal.ca.gov. So we will respond to those questions. So Jim, doesn't look like there's any questions. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it back off to you.
Okay, John, thanks very much for that information. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to send them to where John announced. Now it's time to welcome back our friend from the FSC, David Simbel. David has some tips and tricks for end users that are always useful. David, welcome. Let's start off with one that I know generates a lot of tickets. Tell us about the self-service password reset.
Yes, hello, Jim. The self-service feature gives users the ability to reset their own password, even if your account is locked. Navigate to the Access Fiscal homepage. After entering your email address, on the next screen, select the Forgot My Password link. The system will generate and email you an OTP code, also known as a one-time password. Once you enter the code, the system will prompt you to update your password. You do not have to wait for assistance from an FSC analyst to get back to business. We hope users will take advantage of the self-service portal to accelerate their ticket process even on weekends.
David, as I said earlier, I know you get a ton of requests for password resets. Can you tell us about how many you receive on any given day?
Sure. So on average, we receive 30 to 50 a day, and that brings us to about anywhere between 700 to 1,100 every month.
Wow, that is a lot. Okay, let's move on to the Identity Self-Service Portal. I wonder if our viewers know that Fiscal has an online portal to request system access. Tell us a little bit about that, David.
Yes, so Fiscal's Identity Self-Service Portal, also known as ISS, is available to the departmental authorities and designees, also known as DADs. For faster end-user role provisioning, the self-service portal replaces the paper-based access form that had been used in the past. Now, DADs have greater control over the access requests they submit. Using the portal, DADs can view the department end users and their roles in the Fiscal system. They can also use the portal to track requests they have submitted or approved. DADs can access the ISS portal by using their Fiscal user ID and password on the self-service login page. Before using the portal, DAD should review the job aids located on the Fiscal website. For any additional questions regarding the ISS portal, please email the Information Security Office at fiscal.iso@fiscal.ca.gov.
All right, David, thanks for that. And I'm going to repeat that email address again. That is fiscal.iso@fiscal.ca.gov. And David, I know sometimes a Fiscal end user will need to set up a secondary user account in addition to the one they normally use to conduct business in the Fiscal system. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, while there are a variety of reasons as to why you may need a secondary account, the one thing that is required no matter how many accounts an end user has is a valid email address for each of your Fiscal account IDs. If you do need a secondary user account, the email you list for that account has to be a valid working email address set up to receive emails. so that you receive important notices related to that account, such as account inactivity notifications. Fiscal sends notifications to users who have not logged in 90 days, warning them that their account will be locked and disabled after 180 days of inactivity. Not receiving those notifications could cause your account to be disabled and locked. Additionally, emails for secondary user IDs need to be valid for you to use the Forgot My Password functionality. A valid email address allows you to receive a code to access Fiscal production, even if you have locked yourself out. Whether you have one user account or two, you can initiate the Forgot My Password, as previously discussed when we talked about self-service. If the email address is not set up to receive emails, you will not be able to reset your password without assistance from an FSC analyst. Being able to reset your password on your own allows you to access Fiscal production outside of FSC support hours. We recommend that you contact your internal IT department to ensure that your secondary user account is set up to receive emails. If you have any questions about how Fiscal uses secondary user IDs, please contact my team, the Fiscal Service Center, by calling our phone number 1-855-347-2250. Or you can email us at fiscalservicecenter@fiscal.ca.gov. FSC analysts are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5:30 p.m.
David, thanks so much. And if you have any questions about anything David was talking about, you can always reach out to your RC. And John, I think you're still with us. I believe we have a question. If we want to switch over to John, do you have that question, John?
Yes, I have a question up. It was asking to do a demo for a reset password. Do you have that capability, David?
We can definitely do a demo right now if you would like to. It's very simple. Hold on one moment, let me present my screen. All right, John, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we see it.
Perfect. As you can see here, I'm on the Access Fiscal page. The way you get to this is just by going to fiscal.ca.gov, as I have typed in right here, and clicking Access Fiscal either right here or right here. Once you've clicked on it, you'll scroll down and go to PeopleSoft, which is where most of us log in. After hitting agree, you would enter your email address. And you'll notice that right here, where you enter your password, there's a link for Forgot Your Password. If you click on this, you will receive a one-time password or an OTP like we just discussed. It's very simple. You just enter your email, and instead of entering your password, you click Forgot Your Password.
Okay, that sounds good, David. Thank you so much for that. I'm noticing another question. I believe this one's for you, John. Do you have to be in Fiscal to get this new content? I'm assuming that that was a question for you regarding to be able to, as you said, you have to be on a specific page. It's a little vague, the question, but that's seemingly what I think it is.
Yes, correct. You have to be in the PeopleSoft application in order to pull up the context-sensitive help links. However, the job aids are still located in ServiceNow, so you can access them through there as well. The only the benefit of accessing it directly in PeopleSoft, again, is it knows the page that you're on, goes to the specific job aids that are relevant to that specific page, and directs you directly to the job aid. So instead of having to know what job aids you need and having to navigate through ServiceNow, it automatically takes you right there in the application. And again, it's only for relevant pages, not search pages, primary pages only, not secondary pages. So if it doesn't show up, it means that there's no job aid that exists for that specific page.
Okay. Thanks for that information. We appreciate it. And David, thanks for that on-the-fly demonstration there. We appreciate that greatly. Okay, thanks you guys. I'd like to let you know that on Friday, June 18th, The Department of Fiscal launched a new look to its external website to provide a better user experience. So please check any pages you may have bookmarked on our website, as some pages were moved and others were removed as part of the update. I'd also like to let you know that in the July episode of Fiscal TV, we'll have much more information on Fiscal's Power BI efforts, the powerful new tool for departments to view their data and build reports. Just a few months ago, we deployed the monthly reconciliation report with the objective of leveraging system data to replicate and complete the monthly reconciliation worksheet maintained outside of the Fiscal system with improved accuracy and reduced staff time. We have much more in the pipeline. Stay tuned if you have any issues or questions. And that's our show for today. And we'd like to thank everybody for being here with us. Certainly our director, Miriam Barcellona Ingenito, as well as John Avila and David Simbal. As always, a special thanks to you for joining us. And as a reminder, you can watch this episode and every episode of Fiscal TV on our YouTube channel. So from everyone here at Fiscal TV, thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next month.
You're watching Fiscal TV.